Something surprising begins to happen to the human body after the age of 60, and most people don't even realize it. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. But inside your body, several systems begin to change at the same time. Your muscles, your brain, your circulation, even the way your body produces energy. Today, we're going to explore why the body changes after 60 and what science says is really happening. Some of these changes might surprise you. 1. Your muscles begin to shrink. One of the first biological changes after 60 happens in the muscles. The body begins to lose muscle mass naturally. This process is called sarcopenia. It doesn't mean muscles suddenly disappear, but slowly, year after year, the body produces less muscle tissue. Scientists estimate that adults can lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade after middle age. That's why simple tasks can sometimes start feeling more tiring. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, even standing for long periods. But the interesting part is that lifestyle still plays a huge role in how fast this happens. 2. Your circulation becomes slower. Another quiet change happens in the circulatory system. Blood vessels gradually lose some of their elasticity. That means the heart has to work slightly harder to push blood through the body. Circulation becomes a little slower. When this happens, some people notice subtle symptoms: cold hands, cold feet, less physical endurance, and sometimes feeling tired more easily. These changes are very common as people age, but many people never realize what is happening inside the body. 3. Your brain starts processing information differently. The brain also changes with age, but not always in the way people think. Many people assume aging simply means losing memory, but the reality is more complex. The brain actually becomes better at certain types of thinking. Older adults often develop stronger pattern recognition, better emotional control, and greater life perspective. However, the speed of processing information can slow slightly. That's why recalling names or remembering small details may take a little longer. The information is still there. It just takes a moment longer to retrieve it. 4. Your sleep cycle changes. Another strange change involves sleep. Many people begin waking up earlier than they used to, sometimes much earlier, even if they go to bed at the same time. This happens because the body's internal clock slowly shifts with age. The brain produces certain sleep hormones differently. As a result, the body often prefers earlier sleep and earlier mornings. For some people, this can be frustrating, but for others, it becomes a peaceful time of the day. 5. Energy production becomes less efficient. Inside every cell in the body are tiny structures called mitochondria. They're responsible for producing energy. You can think of them as the body's power plants. As people age, mitochondrial efficiency can slowly decline. This means the body may produce energy a little less efficiently than before. That's one reason why recovery after physical activity can take longer, and why people may feel tired sooner than they used to. But research shows that certain habits can help support mitochondrial function even later in life. 6. The body becomes more sensitive to stress. Another interesting change is how the body responds to stress. The nervous system becomes more sensitive to long periods of stress. Things that once felt manageable can feel more draining over time. That's why many older adults naturally begin avoiding unnecessary stress. They start prioritizing calm environments, meaningful relationships, and simpler routines. In many ways, the body begins guiding people toward a slower and more balanced pace of life. Final reflection. Getting older brings changes. Some are physical, some are mental, and some are simply part of the body adapting to time. But understanding what is happening inside the body can make those changes feel less mysterious, and sometimes even empowering. Because aging is not just about decline, it's also about adaptation, perspective, and learning how the body evolves over time. The more we understand those changes, the better we can care for the body that carries us through life.